Hi, this is JG with a new edition of Weekly News Pills. My main story is about world's longest immersed tunnel. First up, let me run through the other news pieces from across the planet. Putin orders partial military call-up sparking protests. Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a partial mobilization of reservists Wednesday to bolster his forces in Ukraine, a deeply unpopular move that sparked rare protests across the country and led to almost 1,200 arrests. The risky order follows humiliating setbacks for Putin's troops nearly 7 months after they invaded Ukraine. The first such call-up in Russia since World War II heightened tensions with Ukraine's Western backers, who derided it as an act of weakness and desperation. The move also sent some Russians scrambling to buy plane tickets to flee the country. Fed rate hike. US interest rates hit 14 years high in inflation battle. The US central bank has pushed interest rates to the highest level in almost 14 years as it fights to rein in soaring prices in the world's largest economy. The Federal Reserve announced it was raising its key rate by another 0.75% points, lifting the target range to between 3% and 3.25%. Borrowing costs are expected to climb more and remain high, the bank said. Banks in nearly every country, with the big exceptions of Japan and China, are facing similar trade-offs as they raise rates to combat their own inflation problems. UK lifts ban on fracking, a controversial method to dig for fossil fuel in order to boost oil and gas output after Russia's war on Ukraine. Britain has formally lifted a moratorium on fracking for shale gas that had been in place since 2019, saying strengthening the country's energy supply was an absolute priority. Business and Energy Secretary Jacob Rees-Mogg said, in light of Russian President Vladimir Putin's illegal invasion of Ukraine and weaponization of energy, strengthening our energy security is an absolute priority. Fracking, a process which blasts water, sand, and chemicals underground at high pressure to release shale oil and gas, was banned after the industry regulator said it was not possible to predict the magnitude of earthquake it might trigger. Facebook parent Meta and Google to cut costs and staff, reports say. Facebook parent company Meta and Alphabet's Google are reportedly cutting staff as the tech giants look to slash costs amid slowing growth. Meta's and Google's effort to cut costs show how the companies which make money through selling ads are bracing for an economic downturn. And now the main story. Denmark and Germany now building the world's longest immersed tunnel. Descending up to 40 meters beneath the Baltic Sea, the world's longest immersed tunnel will link Denmark and Germany, slashing journey times between the two countries when it opens in 2029. It will be built across the Fehmarn belt, a strait between the German island of Fehmarn and the Danish island of Lolland, and is designed as an alternative to the current ferry service between Rodby and Puttgarden, which carries millions of passengers every year. Where the crossing now takes 45 minutes by ferry, it will take just 7 minutes by train and 10 minutes by car.
The world's longest immersed tunnel aims to connect Scandinavia with the rest of Europe. The Fehmarn Belt fixed link will cut down the current rail trip between Hamburg and Copenhagen from 4.5 hours to 2.5 hours. The EU granted over 1.1 billion euros towards its construction. The mega project is set to cost over 7 billion euros in total. It's part of the Scandinavia-Mediterranean corridor, which runs all the way from the Finnish-Russian border to Valletta in Malta.
That is all for today. Thank you and goodbye. Stay blessed and see you in my next video.